A new bill has passed in Washington State chambers that may surprise many.
And Walmart is banning one of the most used items at a grocery store. We'll tell you about that and more next on Murrow News 8.
Broadcasting studios on the campus of Washington State University. This is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Alexander Huddleston.
And I'm Sydney Berger. Thank you so much for tuning in to Murrow News 8.
For the first time, an assault weapons ban has passed a chamber in Washington State, being passed by the House on Wednesday, sending it now to Senate. The bill proposed will prohibit the manufacture, import, and sale of such weapons. It will not prohibit those who possess these weapons prior to the bill.
The family of one of the victims of the Moscow quadruple homicide has released a statement on Facebook that said they believe it was the coverage by the media of the victim's family's numerous witnesses and undeniable evidence that led to the arrest in the case. The Idaho Supreme Court will allow the family's attorney to speak to the media when it comes to making decisions about the gag order.
It has been 3 years since Brian Drake, a doctor in Idaho, was murdered in a shooting out front of his Bonners Ferry office. Since then, there's been no answers for the Drake family as to the motive of the shooting or who the shooter is. Friends and family of Brian Drake are pulling together to try and push this case forward. A friend of the Drake family even donated $10,000 as a reward for any information that leads to the person responsible for the crime.
Walmart is on the cusp of getting rid of plastic bags throughout Washington. Starting April, customers won't be able to buy bags when checking out. We sent Murrow News 8 reporter Ryan Wasson out on the streets to see what students thought.
Also really surprising to see, like, do people have to buy their own bags permanently now? Because, there's no other option now.
I don't know, I think it's gonna get inconvenient.
Now I'm gonna have to remember to bring the reusable bags because I was always relying on the plastic bags. So
I think it's a good thing. If there's any way that companies can eliminate plastic waste, definitely a good thing in my opinion.
Okay. Plastic bags, we've been trying to get rid of them for years at this point, so I'm glad that Walmart's finally doing that,
I use more of my own reusable bags, so.
I don't have any reusable bags. Now I'd have to go buy one.
Yes or no, was this the correct decision?
I'm gonna say no.
I'm always for switching to a more environmental friendly option, but if you forget it, then not having that option, I guess, could be a little bit inconvenient.
WSU proposed a new budget for the university and will finalize it by 2025. WSU is currently assessing for the year and is looking to integrate all funds for the institution to allow more predictability and transparency for funding in coming years.
WSU Pullman's Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs has just announced her retirement. Ellen Taylor took the position in Student Affairs in September 2021, but has been at WSU for over 5 years. According to the university's website, WSU will be looking nationwide for candidates that can replace Taylor.
Well, Sydney, the snow just seems to keep coming back.
Yes, Alex, it really does. We will have your weather report with Celine next on Murrow News 8.
Pullman High School will debut a musical production with Disney's Newsies held at Pullman High School Theater from Thursday to Saturday for the next 2 weeks. Shows will run from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. with tickets to shows costing $5 for students and $10 for adults.
Murrow News 8 reporter Brinkley Hill spoke to students attending school-sponsored trips over spring break. Let's take a look.
So networking and getting published is my main goals for this trip.
Trevor Gent is one of 6 students who will be flying to Peoria, Arizona to cover MLB spring training.
You get to like actually be a reporter on duty for a whole week covering MLB baseball, which is rare, and you don't get that opportunity very often.
The trip is paid for by the students on the trip, but Trevor was able to receive an opportunity of a lifetime by having his trip paid for.
I applied for this trip saying, hey, I'm a first-generation college student, also I don't have the funding to go on this trip. And then there was a scholarship for first-generation college students. I don't have to pay a dime on this trip. Without the scholarship, I wouldn't be able to go.
These students who see a future in sports reporting get to experience 5 days in the big leagues, visiting multiple team houses, interviewing players, and attending games. 6 Murrow students interested in public relations will also be traveling to New York City, where they will be visiting NBC, New York Times, and multiple PR companies. These 3 groups of students are going to be spending their spring break crossing the West Coast to go down to Peoria, Arizona, to across the country in New York City, and all the way across the globe in Nairobi, Kenya.
I felt like in order to become a better journalist, I need to push my boundaries, and a lot of that is location. And Africa is probably one of the best places to do that.
Josie Goodrich is one of 4 who are chosen to go on backpack journalism trip to report on the Paul G. Allen School Joint PhD program with the University of Nairobi. This trip is completely funded by the Murrow College. This trip not only helps educate and help those on the trip network, but also adds a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to these students' resumes and potentially gets them published and noticed by larger news organizations.
And so for that, I am so thankful for the Murrow College and just this opportunity, because I would not be able to do it without them.
Brinkley Hill, Murrow, News 8.
Well, Celine, how bad is that snow going to be this weekend? And with so many of our own Murrow students heading out of the state and even out of the country, what can our friends abroad expect?
Yeah, Alex, it is spring break starting tomorrow, like you and I both know, but it looks like nobody's told Pullman that, because look at this. It was snowing this morning when we woke up, which made me roll my eyes. I'm not sure about you. And you know what? I wish I could say it's going to be nice and beautiful all week long, but if you look at our temperatures, our high and our low today, that's pretty much going to be the same exact thing tomorrow. The winds might be a little bit increased tomorrow if you look at tomorrow's map, but as you can see, there's not much of a difference there, which means you have to expect more snow, but the thing is, expect more snow tomorrow than today, because it is going to be snowing, cruising along with that snow. So anybody who is leaving, just make sure that you are aware and stay safe out on the roads as you get back to your home destination or wherever you're going today, or this for spring break, I should say. And we're going to take a look at our next map. So I'm going to move over just a little bit here to show you the 5-day forecast. More snow. I wish I could say there was something more exciting here to tell you about, but yeah, it's just going to keep snowing, so we want you to all stay chilly. And we're going to take a look, at our next map here, and we want to show you and highlight some of the beautiful spots that our Murrow News or our Murrow College students are going to. As you can see, we have some students going to Peoria, Arizona, one of our own Brinkley Hill, shout out Brinkley from Murrow News 8. And we also have students going to New York, New York, and it is gorgeous there. And then we have some students in Africa, Nairobi, where it looks beautiful. And I'm going to send it back to you guys in the studio.
WU students basketball just finished their quarterfinal game against the University of Oregon.
We'll tell you those results next on Murrow News 8.
Cougs fought hard in their second round matchup against the Ducks, but they came up short. WSU trailed by as many as 18 points, but eventually came back to take a second half lead. However, 3.5-minute scoring drought from the Cougs led to their demise. Since we didn't get a chance to show you the film from yesterday's game against Cal, TJ Bamba led the way with 17 points. DJ Rodman also grabbed 11 boards and 10 points, notching another double-double under his belt. Well, the Spokane Chiefs have been putting in work on and off the ice this season thanks to a partnership with Spokane Community College. The Chiefs are able to get an education while still playing professional hockey. The college offered a 5-credit English 101 class that is held twice a week just for the Chiefs. The players will continue in class until the end of the season, and the college has full intentions of continuing this partnership. The Seahawks and Geno Smith have reached a deal regarding his new contract. His 3-year, $105 million deal came just a day before the league's deadline, where Geno Smith would have been marked as a free agent. Seahawks coach Pete Carroll states he has high hopes for next season and is excited to see Geno and how he leads this team. Well, it's the most wonderful time of the year, folks. That's right. It's March Madness. Selection Sunday is this weekend on the 12th at 3 p.m. On CBS, and not all the spots have been determined because conference tournaments are still going on, but there are a few schools that have already punched their ticket to the big dance. 4 of those schools includes Colgate, Montana State, Oral Roberts University, and once again, Gonzaga. Jeff Bezos is interested in buying an NFL team. Jeff is specifically looking at the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Commanders. Bezos has been linked to buying the Commanders for years, but was shut down by current owner Dan Snyder. Colts owner Jim Irsay says that with the Seahawks being passed to Jody Allen, it is likely that it will be available to buy around 2024.
Well, Sydney, we're not going anywhere, so you guys don't either. We'll see you right here back on Murrow News 8.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad! You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Alrighty, welcome back. It's the last episode before we go on spring break. What are you guys doing for spring break?
Yeah, Alex, I'm really excited. I'm heading to Arizona, but not on that spring training trip, although I'm going to try to head to some of those games.
Nice.
Saw Giants and Mariners were out there, so
Yep.
that's something I'm definitely looking forward to. Celine,
Yeah,
what
that
about
sounds
you?
so fun. I wish I could say I was doing something as fun. I am not traveling like you are. I am just going to Seattle, and I'm going to try to get my family to run a 5K with me, so fingers crossed. Wish me
Good
luck,
luck.
you guys. I might need a new family if they say no. What about you, Nick?
Pretty much, I'm going back home. Just going back to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Gonna go hang out with some friends, catch up with my family, stuff like that. So
That's always nice.
yeah, I know they're watching right now. So
Ooh,
hi, Mom.
Shout out.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Hi, family. Well, that's it from us. Thank you so much for watching. If you missed anything or this and any of our previous newscasts, you can always watch us on our YouTube channel. And as always, good night and good luck.